Don't be nervous, please. Don't be nervous. Just be relaxed, okay? Okay, tonight we are going to have a debating contest, okay? As you know, the title, the topic is Sparing the Rods for the Child. And your team is government, right? And your name is opposition group, okay? So Prime Minister Yoon Na-ye, okay, are you ready? Would you come to the front?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Suri, and I'm the first speaker of the government. I agree with the topic that sparing the rules for the child. Firstly, I'm going to define some keywords. Next, I'm going to talk about our arguments. Before I start, I'm going to define some keywords. Firstly, we are going to define the words punishment and violence. Punishment should be happen when it has only educational purpose. However, violence has different meaning. It means that give someone not only physical bruise, but it also forms a more permanent wound in the heart. Now let's move on to our arguments. We have strong four arguments. First, punishing tells the child what to do and what he must not. Second, it is a way of teaching performed since a long time ago. Third, it is act caused by the reason. It is not violence, which is harming someone without any reasons. Lastly, children have weak ability to control themselves. First argument will be mentioned by me, and the second one and third one will be mentioned by Ji-soo-han, the second speaker. Firstly, the punishment which has not the reason is just violence. The punishment is the last way that teachers or others use when they have a difficult during our education. So punishment is a very necessary thing to the educators. Even if the educators use punishment, using the punishment properly cannot be the matter. This is the end of my speech, and the next arguments will be mentioned by Ji-soo-han, the second speaker. Thank you for listening.
The speaker has spoken 2 minutes 28 seconds.
Okay. The opposition team, the leader of opposition, would you come, Jung Min-jung? Okay, are you ready?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow debaters and judges. My name is Min-jung, and I'm the leader of opposition. We opposition team strongly oppose this motion, and there are 3 reasons why. But before presenting our argument, I would like to repeat the Prime Minister's argument, but they have no clear arguments about the point. But so I will just pass it, and I will just give our arguments. Now, let me present our case. We have 3 arguments for opposing this motion. First, children cannot feel love from their parents because they will feel hostility inside. Second, it causes harmful influences to the children directly. Third, if we keep on spanking children, they will think that they will just get beaten up and just finish the things that they had done without any of communication. I will present the first and second, and my deputy leader of opposition and opposition whip will present the rest. Before presenting this first argument, I want to make sure that spanking and hitting is the same meaning. However, the word spanking is wrapped in a good meaning, so the parents could think that the smacking and is different from hitting. However, it isn't, so we have to notice this. Now, let's move on to the first argument. When we punish the children, they cannot feel love from their parents, but they will feel hostility instead. The children already know that the adults are already grown up and stronger than them. So when adults got angry and lost their composure, children will be afraid of them and couldn't think that the adults love them. Furthermore, at the time of age of children, they should feel enough love from their parents or teachers because it plays an important role to their state of mind. And let me introduce the second argument. There is a proven case that children who got hit by their parents show lower intelligence level. And also, this kind of circle will be going round and round because the children who got hit will also hit their children in the future. So the intelligence will get worse and worse. So eventually, when we look at this phenomenon in our society's view, it will cause the future generation's intelligence will be worse. That can lead to the world of stupidity. And that means our society will get also worse as economical and fundamentally. To prevent this, we should not give bad advice to children. So let me summarize what I have said. The first argument was about the first argument, children cannot feel love from their parents, but they will feel hostility instead. Second, it causes harmful influences to the children directly. Lastly, the third one will be presented by our Deputy Leader of Opposition. Thank you.
The speaker has spoken 3 minutes 6 seconds.
너희들이 조금 흥분해서 지금 목소리가 좀 빨라졌거든. 그지? 조금 슬로우하게 여유 가지고 그렇게 해도 돼. 시간 충분하니까. Okay. The government team, Deputy Prime Minister Han Ji-soo, would you come?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ji-soo Han, in the Government Side's Deputy Prime Minister. Our first speaker and I explained our opinions in summary, so I will tell you them in detail. We have four big opinions. First is parenting tells the children what to do and what he must not. And I will tell the last three things opinions. Second opinion is we can educate the children through the punishment. Punishment is the best and beneficial way to acknowledge children what they learned and what they should do next time. And some children know why they're punished and they feel thanks to their parents or teachers in future because they think their punishment allow them to grow in a right way so they can be a proper human in the society. They have thought if they don't punish them, they were going to the worst way than now. Yours may don't agree with this opinion, but this is real story, and I think that will be right. Punishment make people to be faithful and make the time perfectly. And next opinion is, in Korea, spanking has been a traditional way to teaching in education. Yes, it is true that it hurts the children, but the pain is contemporary. The result, however, is wronggoing. As evidence for this, we can see our country, Korea. Korea, which was a land that could never be said developed, changed because of our strong education favor. Last opinion is children have less power to control his minds and actions. In this case, they need other help. Others do not punish their children to hurt them. This act comes from the love purpose of caring for his kids. Others are people who live longer than children. People who have better experience than them, they know which way children should go and could lead them to do it. Since children can't be easily changed by words, A little spank could help them find the right way easier. So I'll summarize our four opinions. First, punishing tells the children what to do and what he must not. Second, it is a way of teaching performance since a long time ago. Third, it is an act caused by a reason. It is not violence, which is harming someone without any reasons. Last is children have weak ability to control themselves. Thank you for listening.
The speaker has spoken 3 minutes 12 seconds.
Okay. Now the opposition team, duty leader of opposite. Okay, who?
So ladies and gentlemen, as a deputy leader of opposition today, I'm going to do 2 things in the podium. The first thing that I'm going to do is to speak out our third opinion about the today's topic that we're supporting, that we should not spare the road. No, we should spare the road, sorry. And before going into my our last opinion, I'm going to do some short rebuttals for government side. They have said that the pain is contemporary and the result will last long, but actually, what about the emotional pains inside of us? Is that also contemporary? We can't actually just say that it is contemporary because many people in our society are suffering from it, and there are some kind of programs that can save us from it. And without further ado, I'll go straight to our last reason. The last reason why we should spare the road is because the perception of smacking can be misunderstood by children themselves. So every time the parents or teachers smack their children or students, they'll think that, in this place, they mean the students or children will think that if we just endure for the contemporary time, we can just make it fluently go straight to the result, not just listening to other people saying about why you did this kind of thing and wrong or something. And they will try to replace the communication that has to be done to understand each other to the tiring time that they have to endure. So if that situation happens, it can cause serious misunderstanding of the meaning of the corporal punishment, which can lead them to beat their children in improper ways.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, are you thinking that the punishment is acted without any communication?
Okay. So the government side is saying that, asking us that we're thinking like the punishment will be going without communication, but we have previously said that when we get hit up like several times, they will just replace the communication time to the tiring time. So they were going to just endure the time that they have been tired by the teachers, and the teachers were like parents, and then just wrap it up without talking to them. Alright, I'll just go through. Start from what I left again, and then the cycle of this inappropriate smacking punishment will be followed over and over again. So actually, it's not necessary to our nation's future. So if that kind of situation has occurred in several houses, it can be a good way to bring. We can't really say that it is a good way to bring children into a better way of being a good person or something. So in order to prevent this horrible circuit, we should not smack our children.
I have a question.
Can you hold on, please? Hold on a second, please. So to prevent this horrible circuit, we should not smack our children or students for the behavioral instruction or etc. Yes.
Is there an example? In Korea, it's gotten better, the punishments. It didn't get worse.
Can you say it again, please?
In Korea, the punishment didn't get worse. It got better. We don't punish children too much these days.
Oh, this question will be answered to the government or opposition whip. And I'm gonna summarize really generally. The first thing we have said was like children cannot feel love from their parents, but they will just feel hostility. And second one is they will get hurt inside directly to them and also have some kind of serious depression problem. And the final thing was the perception of the spanking can be misunderstood. Thank you for listening.
The speaker has spoken 4 minutes 29 seconds.
Okay. Government whip 신지우.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the whip from the government team. In this team, they said that the bad cycle will go on and on again, making worse results. But I think it's the opposite side. I think children who get caught spanked and punished by their parents would think that it would be better if they talked into words, since they know that it would be better if they spoke into words. And another thing that you said that is.
Can I have a question now?
Yes.
And what do you think of the parents who doesn't actually talk to their child and just do the spanking?
I don't really think that there's a parent who doesn't really listen to their children. And about that problem, I think most parents listen to their children about why they did this before they spank, why they did this, why they had to do this wrong action, and I think it's the right way of paying for what he did. If the parents didn't punish them, I think the children will do the wrong act on and on again. Since they, as we said, since they don't have strong thoughts that in controlling his mental thoughts and actions. So what our team is trying to say is that spanking could help the children move on faster to its right way, and because the adults know what is good for their real life, and I think spanking is only a helpful tool to make the children have a happier life. The adults are not hitting the children because they really hate them. They just want their child.
Can you think that if used like the children can bring some side effects?
Again?
If used if you use it can bring some bad results.
I think in the children who will have really bad side effects is less than the little children who actually went into the right spot. I think the children who had good results is much more than the side effects. So these were the reasons why we want to say that sparing the child does spoil children. Thank you.
The speaker has spoken 3 minutes 37 seconds.
Okay. Opposition whip 정지인.
May I start?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the opposition whip, and I will rebut what the government have said, and I will next shortly summarize what our team have said. Firstly, PM, they have mentioned that spanking is a way of teaching long way ago from our mother's generations. But however, the world is changing, and you know that the children's now their emotion levels are not same as the past generations. So we have to change the way of educating the children, not just hitting the children, because you know that children can think and communicate. So you don't just smack them to if you can't understand, you just have to hit them. So, but the children are not same, so they will think, why do I have to get it right? I can't understand what mom's saying. So they can be, they can have a doubt what mother's real purpose is. And they said that children have weak ability to control their emotion. If you look at in the other perspective, that means their emotions are fragile. So during their building emotional stage, they have to get some love from their parents. But instead of their love, they are saying, mothers are thinking that in order to educate my children better, I have to teach them how to I have to educate them in a harsh way in order to make, yes.
Isn't punishing a way of growing? Don't you think that punishing is a way of growing? I think the cause of the punishment doesn't come from because she really hits the child.
If you look at that, if you actually do love your children, you have to think of other ways to teach your children better. Instead of actually spanking is hitting your children is kind of traditional way. So not just following the traditional way, I think now parents have to figure out the better, much beneficial way to teach their children. And that was the point. And then I'll continue with my rebuttal. But because of the memory of getting hit from their parents, their attitude from the future can be changed because of the hitting from moms. They can be kind of not outgoing. They are not really active. They always listen to teachers, like their orders. They're not used to showing their feelings. They're just used to get teach from their mothers. So it can bring a bad change to their attitude. And then for their DPMs, they said that yes about the love purpose, yes. And I was trying to rebut about that, and it was the same answer as the POI. So if you actually love them, you have to find another way to beneficially educate them. So that was my rebuttals, and then they said that they can bring some good results for the most of the cases, but however, yes, there are some good cases, but you cannot reject that there are some bad cases which can harm our societies. So that was my rebuttals, and I will shortly summarize our main ideas. First, it was children cannot feel love from their parents, but feel hostility. And second, it can cause serious depression problems for the future society. And third, lastly, it is perception of spanking can be misunderstood. Thank you for listening.
The speaker has spoken 4 minutes, 8 seconds.
Okay. Now it's time to reply. Okay. So, deputy leader of opposite Gotengo, right?
Yes.
It's you. Your turn.
So today's motion was that this House believe that Baron DeRose was a child, And our opposition side's idea was that we should spare a road for the child. And actually, I found some clashes. One big clash that we found in our debate. And first thing, the most important thing was something about the spanking. And the government side has told us about the spanking is used long ago till now, but our opposition side has clearly stated that the society is changing, and many people are getting not beneficial side effects from the spanking way. So I think because of that things, we got that clash into our sides. And actually, they didn't really understand today's topic because they were giving some rebuttals and some arguments that was helping our opposition side, which was like their argument was had some kind of things like punishing, tell what to do and what's not. That's not actually the argument why we should use corporal punishment to the child. So that was a little bit flawless, and we've made so much rebuttals for their arguments, and we got many POIs that can bring some points to our sides. So because of those reasons, I think we won this debate. And finally, I'm going to do a short summary for our stances. The first one was that children cannot feel love but actually feeling hostility, and they can feel bad directly to the children, and last but not least, the perception of spanking can be misunderstood by children themselves. Thank you for listening.
Okay, the government team, Yoon Na-ye, Prime Minister, would you please?
Hello, I'm here again to summarize our opinions and praise our team members. First, punishing tells the children what to do and what he must not. Second, it is a way of teaching, performed since a long time ago. In opposition side, third speaker said that the world is changed, but maybe it's not good for our educate. But eventually, Korea had a big economical leap. Third, it is an act caused by a reason. It is not violent, which is harming someone without any reasons. Lastly, children have weak ability to control themselves. And I think that our team members talk about our opinion calmly, and when opposition side has POI, I will reply their questions without being nervous. Thank you for listening.
The speaker has spoken 1 minute 6 seconds.
이제 발표는 다 끝났지?
이반석 사인 제대로 안 해? 네가 이거 안 쳐가지고 순간 챙겼어.
제대로 했는데? 그래요?
몇 번 안 했대.
근데 그거 뭐지? 그것도 쳐줘야 되는 거 아니에요? 리버터 뭐지? POI 못하는 시간.
방송아 네가 그걸 안 쳤다고.
야, 이거 POI 규정 어떻게 돼 있어?
이거 POI 규정.
앞뒤 1분 안 하는 거 아니야?
에?
앞뒤 1분 안 하는 거.
아까 30초.
30초?
앞뒤로 30초.
네.
뒤에는 뭐 안 나와 있는데?
아니야 여기 있어. 3분 30초부터 POI 발언 보고 시간.
그게 그거구나.
되게 짧다. 앞뒤 30초.
진짜 8분 하나 왔으면 4분 안에 같이 있어.
그거 안 해줘.
진짜 못해.
내가 좀 꺼내주고 뒤집어 완전 빨리.
너네 팀 왜 이겨야 되는지 설명해야 되는데 누가 서머라이제이션 하고 레지테이션 하고 그리고 립이
원래 우리 컷을 썼는데
제가 플래시를 쓴 줄이
아니 그리고 뭐였지? 저 친구가 얘네 팀이 진짜 그러니까 뭐 어떤 플레이 그냥 새까만 거 잘 해야 돼. 그 얘네 데피니션을 잘 해야 돼. 그러니까 그 데피니션 챌린지를 제가 쓰는 그것도 이것도 어렵다. 얘기 안 나와. 그리고 탭이 있어. 그리고 클래시도 굳이 저것도 두개 넣었어. 그런 거 그러니까 그게 그래서 말할 때 얘네가 제대로 말을 못해서 우리가 못하게 그냥 얘네가 제대로 못해서 얘네가 우리 봐서 못하겠다. 그건 그냥 얘네가 플라이는 굳이 이게 어떻게 들어간지 모르지. 내가 얘기했잖아. 얘네가 우리 좋아하는 사이.
굉장히 긴장되어서 그지? 제 실력대로 제대로 말이 못해서 아쉬운 부분이 많고 이제 헬마가 알아. 그렇지만 여기 나와서 그지? 하는 건 누가 다 떨리기 때문에 어쩔 수가 없어 그지? 아쉬운 거 나오지 말지만 다